SpongeBob's Big Bubble Adventure. It was a bright and sunny day in Bikini Bottom, and SpongeBob SquarePants was feeling extra bubbly. He had just finished his shift at the Krusty Krab and decided to spend the afternoon blowing bubbles, one of his favorite activities. SpongeBob grabbed his trusty bubble wand and bubble soap and headed to Jellyfish Fields, where the air was always perfect for bubble blowing. As he dipped his wand into the soap and blew gently, he created a giant, shimmering bubble that floated up into the sky. "Wow," said SpongeBob, his eyes wide with excitement. "This might be my best bubble yet." But as SpongeBob watched, the bubble didn't just float away and pop like usual. Instead, it kept growing larger and larger, and it didn't pop at all. It began to rise higher and higher until it lifted SpongeBob off the ground. "Whoa, this is amazing!" SpongeBob exclaimed as he floated upward, holding tightly to his bubble wand. He floated over Jellyfish Fields, past Goo Lagoon, and even above the Krusty Krab. From high up in the sky, Bikini Bottom looked like a tiny underwater wonderland. SpongeBob waved to his friends below. Patrick Star, his best friend, looked up in awe. "Hey, SpongeBob, how are you doing that?" Patrick shouted. "I don't know, but it's awesome," SpongeBob called back. "I think this bubble is magic." As SpongeBob floated higher, he spotted a school of flying jellyfish. They glowed with a beautiful, soft light. The jellyfish surrounded the giant bubble, and SpongeBob reached out to touch one gently. "Hello, little friends," he said with a giggle. The jellyfish seemed to like SpongeBob and began to guide his bubble on a fantastic journey through the sky. They floated over King Neptune's castle, where SpongeBob saw the majestic king wave at him. They drifted past a rainbow-colored coral reef, where schools of fish swam in mesmerizing patterns. Just as the sun began to set, the jellyfish led SpongeBob back towards Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob could see his pineapple house in the distance, and the familiar shape of Patrick waving wildly. "Thanks for the adventure," SpongeBob called to the jellyfish as his bubble slowly descended back to the ground. The jellyfish glowed brightly in response and then swam away into the evening sea. As SpongeBob's feet touched the ground, the bubble finally popped with a gentle plop. Patrick ran up to him, out of breath and full of questions. "SpongeBob, that was incredible. Where did you go? What did you see?" Patrick asked excitedly. SpongeBob smiled and said, "Oh, Patrick, it was the best adventure ever. I saw the whole of Bikini Bottom from the sky, met some friendly flying jellyfish, and even waved to King Neptune." Patrick's eyes widened. "Wow, I wish I could have been there." "Maybe next time, buddy," SpongeBob said with a wink. "After all, in Bikini Bottom, you never know when the next adventure will come bubbling up." And with that, the two friends laughed and headed home, ready to dream about their next big adventure under the sea.